We have a big Ask and Imagine update, which is why Vince and Desiree are up on stage. So Vince and Desiree, what's new?
Well, we are 18 months into Ask and Imagine.
Woo! Guys,
I'm trying.
18 months.
18 months. You know what? And you know what? God has done so much through this 18 months, and we know He's not done yet. So here we go.
Good morning, church. So if you remember 18 months ago, we were asking and imagining something called Family Central. This was an effort to create bridges between families in the community and this church. In 2025, we had several specific events for kids, students, 55 plus, adult men and adult women. In 2026, we're going to shift gears a little bit and we're going to have 5 large one-day events.
Yes, so in January, we had our Gather and Movie Night. Muskego Feeds was in March. And coming up in 3 weeks, we'll have our Children Here, Near, and Far weekend. Then on May 16th and 17th, got a big weekend, lots planned here. Saturday morning will benefit the families of our community with a clothing and sports gear swap, end of the year teacher gifts, free open play in the playground, and student and parent pickleball tournament. Then Saturday evening are going to benefit the families of Granville School, which is Granville Lutheran, I think. And that's where Kingdom Church is housed. And they're going to have music and food out in the parking lot, so big party. And then, and then a meat raffle. Are you smoking it, Fred? The meat for the, okay.
No.
Anyway, meat raffle. I don't know, that made me think of that. Cornhole tournament and bounce houses. And then Sunday here after church will benefit our families in Peru with our annual SOPA Sunday and vendor fair.
So these events are for you folks and for the community. They're put together so that you can invite your everyday circle of friends to join us in what God's doing here at Lake Point Church before ever attending a service.
And you guys can find all the information for those events. You guys sit on that events page, which is accessible through that QR code or on our website.
So, since the start of Ask and Imagine, we've had so many incredible people step up and be part of renovations, Family Central, the planning team for Kingdom Church, as well as our everyday church operations. As we set out to finish this last 6 months strong, we continue to provide a facility for our community and a resource for families in Muskego, Milwaukee, and Peru. And all that's done through you. However, we still need help. Henry, what kind of things do we still need?
Yeah, so our Lake Point kids, they need adults that will teach the little kids about Jesus and will just be a warm face every Sunday morning. Our staff needs some midweek administrative help. Brian prints a lot of papers, wastes a lot of paper, kills a lot of trees. He needs a lot of help. Our tech team needs some more people who are willing to learn how to run slides and sound so we can get those guys in the back rotated every week.
Yeah, I've noticed a ton of new guests coming in. It's been really wonderful, but we do need some more smiling faces to be here to welcome them.
And as you know, we have a lot of square footage next to us that's going to require a lot of construction, demolition, remodeling, and then once it's complete, ongoing maintenance because quinceañeras can get pretty rowdy. As the next season is upon us, we want to make sure that we continue to do the things that we asked a year and a half ago. We continue to ask God to provide time and space for members of Lake Point Church to serve in a volunteer capacity. Not only the typical ministry areas, but also the vision of what's to come. We ask that He bless the time that is sacrificed in a refreshing, strengthening way, not only for the individuals, but for the church as a whole.
And we continue to imagine serving as becoming less about filling spots and more about providing these ministries that could be offered based on the gifts that we already have here in Lake Point. Just imagine if God brought well-rounded gifts to Lake Point in a way that was so complete that our church was more like a family and less like strangers thrown together. We continue to imagine as if this body of believers would grow with the Holy Spirit and our gifts and that outpouring to others, and that we can spread that love of Jesus and more people in our everyday lives would be saved. And I know for a fact for our family, serving from day one, was not just about doing stuff at the church, but we did everything from setting up chairs to administrative. I got to teach in the 4th grade and got to know your kids and watch them grow up. They're all over there, all tall and big now. And it was important to our family. And even, and I don't want to speak for you, but I've noticed so much through the years, my husband serving, just growing closer to God and really being an awesome spiritual leader in our family. And my son too, who's had a lot of problems. He comes here and he works in construction and painting, and he's happy, and he's met so many of you, and that love spreads. So we just want to continue that, and thank you very much for all of that.
Thank you for sharing.